Friends, day 20 is here. Our lone 45-minute class. And like promised, I'm gonna make it look as much as like what you would see in your average yoga class. You're gonna see a lot of the poses that we've done so far. So I'm gonna love that you're gonna feel familiar with so many of them. I will include one pose that we haven't done so far in this 30-day challenge, that being half pigeon. If you're unfamiliar with half pigeon, go check out my breakdown video on it and then come back and do this flow. If you don't want to do half pigeon, Eye of the Needle will be your alternative pose. Okay, let's get into it. The fundamental class, day 20. We start in child's pose. Knees wide. Toes come to touch behind you. Let's go ahead and bring our palms on the mat. Let's warm up the hips a little bit. So instead of going fully into our child's pose, let's use an inhale to bring the hips up. And on the exhale, push through the palms, bring the hips back. We got two more just like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, press the hips back. Inhale brings you up. Last one, exhale, push hips back, let the forearms rest on the mat, forehead down on the mat, and we engage our practice even more with a big, intentional exhale through the mouth. Two more. Lips are sealed. Inhales and exhales through the nose. We have time to settle in. Longer class. Give yourself a body scan. Starting at your fingertips, moving through your palms, through your arms, the shoulders, around your neck, the chest, to the hips, through your legs, to the tips of your toes. Then guide your awareness all the way back and find it at the tip of your nose as you observe your inhales and exhales. Rock the forehead back and forth. A little forehead massage for your using the mat. Allow your next exhale to move you into an active child's pose. Push into the palms. Lift the elbows off of the mat. From here, a lateral stretch, right hand top left corner. Continue to extend energy even through the fingertips. And imagine you're pushing the right side body towards the right side of your mat. Big round of breath. Let the inhale travel you through center, and we move to the other side. Continue to extend through the fingertips. Press down into the left palm. Push the left side body towards the left side of your mat. Big round of breath. Center child's pose. After this next round of breath, we meet in tabletop for cow-cats. As always, several rounds cow-cat. Opportunity here to close the eyes as you move between extension in your cow pose and flexing of your spine in cat pose. Really imagine with your eyes closed how your spine is moving and the space you're creating as you move between these poses. After this next round, high plank and then downward facing dog. A few rounds of breath to pedal out your dog. Warming up the arms, inhale, high plank. Downward facing dog. 2 more. From here, top of your mat, Ragdoll. We're gonna move into our sun A's here in a little bit. Let's enjoy this forward fold Ragdoll variant. I always tell people this is the pose that would tell me you're a yogi without telling me you're a yogi if I saw you doing it out in the wild. Big inhale, let it fill the low back and the hamstrings. One more. On the exhale, release the arms. Inhale to a halfway lift. Forward fold. We'll get 2 more just like that, just working this halfway lift. Halfway inhale. Fold. 1 more. Once you fold, we meet back in a ragdoll. A few more rounds of breath for the hamstrings. Maybe you rock left and right, forward and back. I remember picking up my best female friend, Sarah, at the airport. It was so easy to spot her because she was in that forward fold in a ragdoll. So maybe you'll see me out in the wild if you see someone doing this fold. Come say hi. And if it's not me, wish that person a good day. We move into our sun A's. Exhale, release the arms. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold. Mountain, come to stand. Fold. Halfway. High plank. High to low if you would like. Cobra or up dog. Meeting in down dog, always knowing you can go straight there. 4 more sun A's. Exhale, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain. Fold. Halfway. High plank. Vinyasa through, which simply means to move between these poses. We meet in down dog. I'll cue 1 more, and the next 2 we go on our own. Top of your mat. Remember, as soon as you're there, halfway lift on the inhale. Fold. That's what brings you to stand, mountain pose. Fold. And it's another halfway lift. That brings you back to the floor, high plank. Eventually making your way to down dog. And from there, 2 more rounds. Sun A, your breath, your movement. Go ahead. From down dog, 1 more. Give us a couple round of breaths here in down dog. Usually we've been moving from chair to low runner's lunge, but more commonly in the class, you'll be moving into low runner's lunge from a down dog. So that's what we're about to do. Bring your right foot to your right palm, however you need to. And make sure that knee is above the ankle. We find ourselves in our low lunge, bringing blocks underneath the palms. Cat. And again, however you need to bring this foot up. I always find that it's easier to do that from chair pose, but this is a fundamental class. Go ahead and drop the back knee. Bring the hips down and forward. Find that same stretch in this low lunge, just modified. Half split from here. Couple more rounds of breath. Through a low lunge we go. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, remove the blocks, and we make our way to high plank. From there, high to low push-up if you would like. We ultimately meet in down dog, Cobra or up dog. And from down dog, we go left foot, left palm, low lunge. We bring the blocks in again. Find the alignment of your front foot's ankle underneath the knee. Keep extending through the back leg. Find the stretch in your hip. Keep that stretch there as we modify. Drop the back knee. Keep pushing the hips down and forward. And breathe into this right hip flexor. Half split. From day 19, I told you about my car getting broken into. One of the things that got taken was my iPad. So, a little behind the scenes, pull back the red curtain type of deal. I no longer have a digital stopwatch, so I'm looking at a clock. So my timing might be a little off, but forgive that because we're getting those videos done no matter what. I am good. So not to bring down the energy, I'm fine. We move on and forward. One round of breath. Through a low lunge into your high plank. And now however you want to maneuver from there to make your way to down dog. Round of breath. Exhale, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain, this time we sink into chair afterwards. Get the legs to work here. On your next exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. I will meet you in down dog. Maybe you just do a push-up. Maybe just Cobra or up dog. Once we meet in down dog, right foot, right palm, low lunge. Get a round of breath in. Stay steady here. On the inhale, keeping the hips low, lift up, crescent. Very common flow we go from here. I just want you to feel this crescent lunge. We open up warrior two. From here, reverse warrior, as if someone's pulling you. Then you turn your palm facing up, left arm behind you, bring the right arm up. Find a stretch along the right side, give me a round of breath. Windmill the arms. From here, in our low lunge, high to low, I'll meet you in downward facing dog. From down dog, left foot, left palm, low lunge. Settle into the low lunge, give me a round of breath. Keep hips low, stay strong in the legs, lift up, crescent. Bit of a balancing act there. Warrior 2. We'll be moving a bit faster when we come to this series again. Reverse warrior. Reach forward, flip the palm, right arm behind you, left arm up. Windmill the arms, low lunge. High to low if you would like, or just go straight to down dog. We're going to revisit that little series twice on each side. Exhale, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain and then chair pose. Sink into a strong expression of chair. And then your next exhale, forward fold. Halfway. Then high plank. I'll meet you in down dog. In down dog, right foot, right palm. Set up your low lunge, but don't bring blocks in, just lift up, crescent. That's an inhale right there. And then exhale opens you up into your warrior 2. Reach forward. Inhale lifts you up, reverse warrior. Exhale windmills the arms and brings you back to high plank. I'll meet you in down dog. From there, left foot, left palm. As if you're setting up low lunge, but just come up, crescent. Exhale opens you up, warrior 2. Reach forward, lift up. And then the exhale brings you back, high plank. Okay, give me a couple rounds of breath just to reset. Fun thing to know here, what we're technically doing is a version of Sun B, and how that is different from a Sun A is the inclusion of a chair or standing poses. The more you know. Let's do it. Exhale, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain. Chair pose. Next exhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. I'm going straight to down dog, but I'll give you a little bit of time for a Cobra or upward facing dog. Next exhale, right foot, right palm, and then the inhale lifts you up, crescent lunge. Exhale opens you up, warrior 2. Inhale pulls you forward and lifts you up. Reverse warrior. Then exhale, windmill the arms, high plank. I'm going straight to down dog, but I'll give you a little bit of time for that high to low. Left foot, left palm. Inhale lifts you up, crescent. Exhale opens you up, warrior 2. Inhale pulls you forward and lifts you up, reverse. Windmill the arms. I'll meet you in down dog. I'm going straight there. Quick child's pose. Let the knees go wide. Toes come to touch behind you. And a bit of a breather. Acknowledge how the body is feeling after some good movement and breath. We continue on, downward facing dog. Rounded breath. Exhale, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain into chair pose. Doing something a little different here. On the next exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank, and I'll meet you in down dog. I'm just gonna go straight there. Right foot, right palm. Set up like a low lunge, but we're moving into warrior two. So externally rotate your back leg, lift yourself up, we're in warrior two. From here, we visit a triangle, extending through the front leg. I'm gonna bring my left hand onto my hip, and my right hand will go onto my shin or a block on the outside of said shin. Use your left hip as leverage to try to stack the left shoulder over the right. Keep a micro bend in that front leg. And if you would like, maybe you go full expression by extending the arm. Next exhale. Go ahead and bring your left hand down. We'll use the low runner's lunge as a transition. We're moving into pyramid pose, so kick your back foot in. Inhale to a halfway lift, flatten your spine while keeping these pyramid legs. On the exhale, fold. Square the hips, push the right hip back, breathe into the right hamstring. Again, micro bend in the front knee. Staying down for 3 rounds of breath, or if you want to incorporate that same movement with a halfway lift, go ahead and follow me. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, push the right hip back. 2 more. From here, kick the left foot back. We're in our low lunge. From here, we vinyasa through, meeting in downward facing dog. Again, I'm going straight there. I'll give you a little bit of time. Left foot, left palm. Again, set up as if you are going into low lunge. Then externally rotate your back leg and lift yourself up, warrior two. From here, we enter our triangle pose. So go ahead and extend through the front leg. Remember, I bring my right hand to the right hip, reach forward, and then left palm on either the shin or a block on the outside of said shin. Stack the shoulders. And I like to bring my gaze down towards my front foot. Maybe you want the full expression, and you bring your right arm extending up. Next, exhale. Bring your right hand down. Use a low runner's lunge just to kick off the back leg. We move into pyramid pose. Once you have your legs where you want them, inhale to a halfway lift. Fold. Kick the left hip back, pyramid. Breathe into the left hamstring. Remember, it's in static poses that the mind can wander. Call it back into this moment, into your practice, by focusing on your breath and your body. Option to bring movement here as you inhale, come to a halfway lift. Exhale into your fold pyramid. 2 more. One more. Use a low lunge, kick your right foot behind you. We move into downward facing dog and I'll meet you there. Once you're in down dog, move onto your knees and then onto your back. We're going to prep for a bridge pose. Feet hip distance apart, arms by your sides. Press your low back into the mat. I think that helps with finding a core engagement, bringing your stomach to your spine. And keep that as you press through the feet and inhale, lift up, bridge pose. Incrementally staying up here a little bit longer. Let the exhale bring you down. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, lift up, bridge pose. Next exhale brings the hips down. And this next one we stay up for our longest time. Again, low back against the earth, core engaged, lift up, press through the feet. Feel the engagement in the quads. Squeeze the glutes when you get to the top while keeping your core engaged. Maybe you dig the shoulders underneath you and clasp the hands underneath you. A controlled inhale, controlled exhale. 2 more just like that. This next exhale brings the hips down. Knees into chest. Find a rocking left and right. From here, we move into a new pose, half pigeon. In order to get there, we have to move from, let's go ahead and get into a tabletop. From this tabletop, bring your palms closer to the top of your mat. Bring your right knee behind the right wrist. Extend your left leg behind you, lifting the knee up off of the mat. And then try to swing your right shin a little bit more towards the front of your mat. From there, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, or maybe use your back foot to create more of a separation between the legs. Sometimes I like to use my left hand to kind of grab my right foot and put my shin a little bit more. But no, you'll feel this stretch more so if your shin is parallel to the front of your mat. It's okay if it's not, mine isn't. Bring blocks underneath your palms and we'll focus on what's going on in the legs here. So just like in low lunge, I'm pressing my hips down and forward, and I'm also squaring my hips. I'm pushing my right hip back. My right foot is active, and I'm finding a stretch along the outside of my right hip. If you're really tight, maybe you find that on the inside of your right leg as well. So lots of activity in this front leg. Keep shoulders away from the ears and stand tall in your upper body. You can stay here, or if you want a little bit more, you can begin to fold, maybe bringing forearms on blocks or forearms on the mat. We'll be here for a good bit of time, so don't feel pressure to reach your max space right off the bat. Just focus your breath where you feel the stretch most. Half pigeon. My goal is to stay somewhere between 10, 15 rounds of breath. It's okay if you get more, it's okay if you get less. But I'm spending this time focusing on the stretch, aiming my breath there, and counting each breath. It's a big stretch, I know. Stay with me and take 3 more deep rounds of breath. On your next exhale, fall over the right hip. Bring yourself towards a downward facing dog to get a stretch along the back side of that leg. Be careful with that, take your time. Then we move to the other side. We'll use a tabletop, though oftentimes people will go from downward facing dog. I just want to set you upright with this half pigeon. So left knee behind the left wrist. Extend your right leg behind you. Swing your left shin. And go ahead and use your back leg however you need to set yourself up. Remember, you could grab that front foot and kind of maneuver it more towards the front of your mat if you feel the need. When you have your legs set up, blocks underneath the palms. Half pigeon. Feeling free to stay up as you press the legs down and forward or the hips down and forward. And you square the hips by pushing the left hip back. Maybe slowly making your way towards a fold. And we breathe into the hip. We stay controlled in our breath. Maybe counting the breath. It is more often the case in yoga classes that you'll hear a half pigeon called rather than an eye of the needle. But just know, eye of the needle is a great alternative to half pigeon. We don't want pain, but we do want to find a good stretch. And getting to know where that threshold is one aspect of getting to know your body that much more and your mind through the practice of yoga. And I think that's so cool. Almost done. 3 more rounds of breath. Make them big. Last one. We fall over the left hip. Make our way towards downward facing dog just to get a stretch in this left leg. Bring the knees down. We move on to our backs. We're finishing with a supine twist. With feet hip distance apart as if we're moving into bridge pose. Bring your right leg over your left. And I like to kind of scoot my hips to the right side of my mat. Then let the knees fall heavy down into the left. Again, make sure both shoulder blades stay on the mat. And I say again because I tend to say that in every class I include a supine twist in. Give me one big round of breath. Find your belly filling with air even while being in a twist. Bring legs through center. Let the exhale unravel. Let the inhale switch left leg over right as you scoot the hips to the left side. Big exhale lets the knees fall heavy down into the right. I really enjoy when I give myself an adjustment through this pose. It just feels so good to get this twist in the low back. Big round of breath here, fill the belly. Bring the legs through center. Unravel. Knees into chest. Maybe a quick happy baby, or just keep knees at chest. And then extend the legs. We move into Savasana where we end our class. With arms by your sides and palms facing up. Big exhale through the mouth. And we end the way we entered. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Give me 2 more. Last one, make it count, exaggerate both. Meet me at seated. Whew. We did it, the lone 45-minute class, and we're 2/3 of the way done with the 30-day yoga challenge. Thank you so much, like always, for your time, your energy, your effort. My hope is that you felt confident going through that sequence. I wish you the best life, my friend. Until the next time I see you, namaste. And remember, Like, comment, and share. It always helps. Till the next time.